worry, I've got you covered.
Come to where I am. This is where you truly belong.
You're awake. Chief Guillotine of the Outland Affairs Bureau is requesting internal communications access. He wants to discuss the special crystal with you. He also has a cooperation proposal.
Hello, MBCC Chief. I'm Guillotine, Chief of Outland Affairs Bureau. Do you remember the White Sands Crisis Cooperation Proposal submitted by the Outland Affairs Bureau? FAC has approved it and sent the application to the 9th Agency with the decision that MBCC would join alongside in battle. It is precisely because nothing came of your analysis, and we can only give you a new combat mission. As you know, we now hold the only strategic resource that can withstand the apocalypse, hypercubes. Thus, we have repeatedly surmounted the barriers of White Sands navigation and pilotage. Thanks to years of endless toil by the Outland Affairs Bureau, this city has been able to build a huge trade network in White Sands, negotiate with the Outlands by using hypercubes as leverage, and become the center of the world and the beacon of human renaissance. But recently, a horde of bandits appeared in White Sands and tried to rob our resources.
Three months ago, White Sands sandstorm and secondary disasters suddenly became active. The gun-toting desert bandits seized the opportunity to repeatedly raid our trade routes and rob our hypercubes. It was not until a week ago that these anomalies caught the attention of the FAC, who then allocated manpower for an emergency cleanup mission. During the battle, the FAC witnessed a desert bandit wielding an unknown crystal from which he obtained some kind of mysterious power similar to sinners. We believe this is why the bandits acted as though they were invincible. After comparing residual energy waveforms, the unidentified crystal matched the ash crystal that Edge obtained from the Tide of Ashes many years ago.
Yet your analysis has produced nothing so far. You!
This week, the FAC provided even more personnel to support the Outland Affairs Bureau, stretching its manpower capacity to the limit. Thus, it no longer has sufficient manpower to investigate the relationship between the Desert Bandits and the crystals in White Sands.
Therefore, we need the MBCC to discreetly probe the source of the Desert Bandits' power. If it's indeed related to sinners, arrest them immediately. This shall be a critical battle. Those greedy, despicable Outlanders will use all sorts of dirty tricks to rob our hypercubes. Do you know how many vital trade routes they've sabotaged? How much business, resources, and money we've lost? Anyway, that's the situation. I'm only giving you these confidential clues because the FAC repeatedly requested for the Outland Affairs Bureau to share intelligence. Here is a record of the Desert Bandits' actions in the past 3 months. Use it well. Be careful, Chief. You are now dabbling with this city's lifeline. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have this privilege. Don't try anything funny, and don't let us down, MBCC, Chief.
Chief, this may not be the most pleasant mission, but the FAC really has no time to wait for the sample's analysis results. They want you to leave right away.
After standing here for just 2 minutes, the amount of sand in my mouth has already outnumbered every grain of rice I ever ate. Hey, Chief, lend me a hiding spot. My face is gonna become weathered like sandpaper in this climate.
This is the huge sandstorm that Nightingale spoke of. The Tide of Ashes.
They call it a special mission, but no one's here to greet us. Does that old fart from the Outland Affairs Bureau want us to dive into White Sands wrapped in cloaks?
Oh, guest from a land far, far away. A look of bewilderment lingers on your face. Would you like some help? Yes, you are a guest to White Sands. You have your reasons for going there and answers you wish to seek. However, you don't know where to begin. After all, you have found neither a way to enter nor anyone to guide you. I forgot to introduce myself. I am the Stargazer of White Sands. Would you like a prediction from me? Or perhaps... would you like me to interpret some dreams you don't understand? It seems you already know what you want to ask. Ahead of you, the raging gale brings destruction and the mighty earth trembles without end. The ends of the world shall be shaken, and so shall the abyss. And you. Ignorance shall bring about your fall, and fear shall bring about your collapse. You shall be taken away from your past to face the chaos of the unknown. But there is no need to turn back. There is someone ahead to tread the path for you, someone to block the gale for you. As long as you march on, you have a chance to reach the true.
That's a hypercube force field that weakens the apocalypse and protects the sand ship as it travels through the tide of ashes. Looks like the FAC's greeting party has arrived. This will be our ship.
Phew! Help has arrived! And in a super cool luxury cruise ship, too. Come on, all aboard! Maiden voyage out of Dis City by Team Hella of the NBCC Special Combat Force, setting sail now!
Go on. Someone ahead will light up the stars for you and take you back to where you truly belong.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
Friends from the MBCC, welcome aboard. This is the V710 Central System. On behalf of Quinn, I would like to extend our warmest welcome. Quinn has learned that for several months, the notorious desert bandits have been seriously destabilizing White Sands, which brought noticeable disruptions to Dis City. In response, Quinn CEO Ms. Irene established the White Sands Development Foundation to do everything possible to support White Sands on its path to prosperity. Recently, we learned that the Minos Bureau of Crisis Control will participate in White Sands counter-bandit operation. With the blessing of the Outland Affairs Bureau, we acquired the latest sand ship V710 for you to show our support.
Chief, how are you so calm? It's Quinn we're talking about. That super loaded corporation in Eastside. Their CEO, Irene, is not only a ravishing beauty, but also a genius businesswoman. Her corporation Quinn formed only 8 years ago, yet managed to totally sideline all the old money in Eastside. Those old farts are so bitter that they launch smear campaigns against her in the media every day. Too bad for them, because Quinn earned a solid reputation by splurging on Eastside charities every year, so not many people believe their slander. Alas, I love seeing those waste money and effort but end up getting defeated. It's my daily source of joy.
Chief, how unsurprising that someone under your command has been bought off by Quinn's cheap tricks. Everyone wants to bribe the Outland Affairs Bureau, Chief. Even the FAC. They just need the opportunity. But I will not give Quinn this chance. They are propped up by dirty forces who I suspect are linked to the Outlands.
Don't you love taking advantage of them too? You even got them to buy you this great big ship.
Let me give you a word of advice. Never feel indebted to Quinn. They did what they're supposed to do. Don't forget your mission. Also, the ash crystal in your possession will be placed in a special vault built by the Outland Affairs Bureau. Be careful. You cannot afford to bear the consequences of losing it. Go meet the navigator of the V710. He is the one who will truly support you.
The V710's navigator, Mr. Kawa-Kawa, is also an exceptional White Sands explorer.
I hear that White Sands explorers are extremely rare, often appearing in the most dangerous parts of the desert. They are the ones most familiar with this desert. Chief, we should go see him first.
Smells so good. How can there be something so soft? And this, so spicy, so satisfying. V710, the food you prepared is so delicious. It's so much better than my usual meals of grilled scorpions and lizards.
Thank you for your praise, Mr. Kawa-Kawa. There are also other dishes available on the V710. Would you like to sample them too?
There's more. Next time. I'm full. I mustn't waste food.
This little kid is our navigator?
White Sands was once a forbidding no man's land. Today's trade routes are forged by countless explorers who, despite the hardships and risks, choose to enter the sandstorm to collect data and chart the area. As one of the explorers, Mr. Kawa-Kawa is qualified to be the V710's navigator.
I'm not that great. I owe everything to my predecessors. I simply cannot compare with them. Chief? Wow. So I'm navigating for such an important guy. So, if you face any problems, let me know. I'll do my best to help.
Hey, is this kid really up for the job? He gets nervous even around you. We encountered desert bandits.
There's an attack. Chief, do you need us to?
No worries. This is part of my plan for the V710. The V710 was originally a battleship, but we disguised it as a hypercube freighter to lure in the desert bandits. When they bite the bait, I'll lead them to the quicksand trap in White Sands and wipe them out.
There's sand and dust everywhere. I can't see a thing. Can you really run and hide at the same time?
Leave it to me. I know White Sands like the back of my hands. Go on deck right now. V710, go around the sand dune ahead.
Command received. Reminder, this is an uncharted route, so unknown incidents are likely to occur. Please focus and respond carefully.
Don't worry, I take this route often. I can guarantee your safety.
Chief, the desert bandits have changed their attack strategy. There are several guerrilla boats approaching.
Let's show them what we've got. It's time for the V710 to become a battleship again. I have to go.
I'm here.
I'm ready anytime. Measly corruptors! Come at!
Time for a little.
How come the dead can talk?
You've gotten too close.
You forced me to do this! Full system locked on. Clear area.
You've gotten too close.
Good going, Kawa-Kawa. You got guts. I hereby declare you are now the 4th member of Team Hella of the NBCC Special Combat Force.
My ambition is to follow my predecessors, finish charting White Sands, and find the safest route. It's just the basics of navigation. Think nothing of it. My whole purpose here is to protect you guys and lead the way, so I'm happy whenever I can be of help.
We can't relax just yet. The desert bandit attack hasn't stopped yet.
You can count on me to have your backs. Go and fight them without worry.
Evil will eventually be vanquished.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
Team Hella
V710, enable auxiliary aim and fire mode.
Command successfully received. Automatically searching for enemy targets. Targets within range locked. Ready to fire.
Chief, all targets have been defeated. Attention, the Desert Bandits' fleet is retreating. Chief, if we stop chasing them now, the target fleet will escape.
What are you hesitating for, dummy? Even if we get ambushed by more desert bandits, they would be no match for the V710.
Let me see. This direction seems to have no existing routes. Let's not make any rash moves. The first priority of navigating White Sands is to make sure the route is safe. V710, retrieve satellite imagery of the area that the desert bandits are fleeing towards.
Ugh. What are those disgusting worms? Oh gosh, I'm getting goosebumps all over.
Those are sandworms. They are the most commonly found creatures in White Sands, and usually live underground.
Then why did they come to the surface? Just taking some fresh air?
Oh no! According to my grandpa's records, when sandworms show signs of mass agitation, it means the tide of ashes is going to arrive. We'd better find shelter now and hide from the tide of ashes. Otherwise, if we are caught in the storm, everyone's life will be in grave danger.
Hey, is that tide thing really that scary? Even the V710 can't withstand it? Didn't you say this ship could protect us?
The V710's hypercube force field can indeed protect us while navigating through sandstorms. However... if we run into the tide of ashes, then it's a whole different story.
Isn't that just a big sandstorm? What's the difference?
In the depths of the tide of ashes, there is an unknown horror. The Apostle of Ashes. No one has ever seen what the Apostle of Ashes looks like, but those who narrowly escape death from the tide of ashes have seen huge, ominous black shadows wandering in its depths. The survivors describe them like this. They are like messengers of the gods, searching for lost followers, leading them to their deaths in the tide. This explains the origin of the name Apostle of Ashes. But actually, I've always wanted to see the heart of the Tide of Ashes, but it would be too dangerous for you. I have no way of ensuring everyone's safety.
I hope this kind of fictitious urban legend isn't discouraging anyone from the MBCC.
Gosh, where did you come from? You know, in that kind of atmosphere just now, you could scare someone to death by popping out like that.
It is the responsibility and duty of the Outland Affairs Bureau to discipline those who desert their post in the face of battle, regardless of time or place.
Huh? Who are you accusing of desertion?
The enemies that have been plaguing this city are within reach. This is the best chance to wipe out the desert bandits once and for all. If you give up the chase now because of a mere tide of ashes, it would be hard for the Outland Affairs Bureau to not be suspicious. First, you arrange the ship. Then you arrange the crew. And now you're letting go of the best chance to catch the enemy. It's obvious. Quinn is behind this conspiracy. I have all the evidence I need. You are the treacherous traitors who colluded with the Outlands and Desert Bandits to sabotage state-sponsored hypercube trade.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about, old man? Put your money where your mouth is and come chase them with us!
This is your mission, not mine. In any case, quitting this chase is not an option. We want to see results from your mission immediately.
Chief, it's too dangerous. Are you sure? My father once told me the most dangerous thing in the world is not taking risks. You're a gutsy one, and I love that. V710, stay on course and chase them down!
Understood.
I will try my best to avoid the sandworms and keep everyone safe!
Finally, they hit a dead end! These guys are too good at fleeing.
Chief, time is running out.
Did you have fun chasing us, you disgusting lackeys? Did you think we were dead and can't escape? It's a pity that the ones dying here today are you.
Gotten too close.
You forced me to do this! Full system locked on. Clear area. You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close.
You forced me to do this! You forced me to do this! Stop! Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Chief, the thing in his hand appears to be an ash crystal.
Good. We can see what this ash crystal can do. Blah!
The sand is rolling. Chief, there's something underground.
It's the sandworms! They're moving underground and heading toward us!
Huh? Why? Didn't we steer clear of them just now?
It seems that the desert bandits are controlling the sandworms with the ash crystal.
Controlling sandworms? I've never heard of anyone who could control sandworms.
Oh, so you actually guessed what this is used for? That's fine. Soon, I'll go back to being the only one in the world who knows. Come, my monsters, come play with these brats.
These disgusting sandworms are everywhere! We can't drive them away fast enough!
We cannot break through the encirclement. Chief, it's a trap. We're stuck.
These desert bandits are just as despicable as the sandworms! Come fight me one-on-one if you have the gall! Dumb you f***ing...
Your syndicate cursing won't help you now, wench. Too bad. I won't respond to your provocations.
Oh, boss, you're truly the... You knew right away that something was off about this ship. We must have made the Dis City bigwigs lose their minds from anger. They're now even resorting to dirty tactics like disguising a battleship as a hypercube freighter. They even hired Syndicate thugs, too.
This city has been living large from the hypercubes for too long. It's time for them to face the truth. Without their precious hypercubes, they are nothing.
Power and navigation systems normal. Hypercube force field status activated. Ammunition reserves 90%.
If it weren't for these sandworms, we'd have enough ammunition to blast those desert bandits many times over! Damn it! Hey, Kawa-Kawa! You know White Sands better than any of us! Is there any way we can lose those disgusting sandworms and directly fight the bandits?
Actually, there is a way. But even if we can get past the controlled sandworms, the biggest problem now is that we've been held up for too long. It is coming.
Is that the Tide of Ashes? So, they want to use the Tide of Ashes to kill us.
Activate the hypercube force field! At least try to avoid the incoming!
Oh, arrogant citizens. Have a taste of the wrath we have felt towards you for so long. You monopolize all the resources and look down upon us outlanders. experience your ignorance and faults in endless pain. Soon, death shall be your only relief.
Captain, there's a new target. The scouting team has identified a hypercube freighter.
Great. Take the ash crystal. We needed to escape the tide of ashes. Wrap up the team and head out.
Chief, come over here! Chief, come to the beacon! This is only the edge of the tide of ashes. My shield can still withstand it.
I can't! The wind is too strong! I can't reach you! Help me!
Chief, use the shackles. Strengthen the nightmare. Let it take us. Chief.
Mission accomplished.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
Ahead of you, the raging gale brings destruction and the mighty earth trembles without end. The ends of the world shall be shaken, and so shall the abyss. And you, ignorance shall bring about your fall, and fear shall bring about your collapse. You shall be taken away from your past to face the chaos of the unknown. But there is no need to turn back. There is someone ahead to tread the path for you, someone to block the gale for you. As long as you march on, you have a chance to reach the true. Go on. Someone ahead will light up the stars for you and take you back to where you truly belong. I never said you'd die here.
Time for a little exercise.
Full system lock you. You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close.
Full system locked on. Clear area.
You've gotten too close.
You messed with the wrong person.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
La 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 la. Poor child. Let me help you. You don't seem to be afraid. Let alone the sinners. Many people who witness my ability will faint on the spot. Fear is a prayer of pessimism, and the apostles will answer that call. My dear guest, if you want this place to become heaven, your heart must become heaven first. It seems you still do not understand. Do I need to phrase it differently for you to comprehend? Oh, poor dear. You look awful. Seems like you are truly frightened. Don't worry. With me by your side, you will be safe. Lean on me as much as you wish. As I said, fear has power. It attracts and drives the apostles of ashes. The humans of this city think they understand White Sands. Yet whether it's White Sands or the world at large, there's too much that they're ignorant of. Ignorance breeds arrogance, and likewise fear. Over the years, the Apostles of Ashes have accumulated immeasurable power from fear. This is why citizens keep perishing in White Sands despite wielding hypercubes. They perish from the power of their own fear. You saved yourself. I just gave you a bit of guidance. You have the power to resist against fear. You are just a bit lost. When the confusion dissipates, you shall become more resilient than others. As for now, I think you need new strength and a new companion. That person shall be the one to show you the way forward. You know, the first half of what you said is a lot like the vows exchanged by lovers at a wedding in this city. Regardless of what you said in the second half, at least the first half makes me feel quite satisfied. However, how about this? You promise to do one thing for me, and I'll agree to this deal. I'll tell you what you need to do later. Don't be nervous. It's nothing difficult. Have you made up your mind? Will you come with me? I admire your decisiveness. It's time to get out of here. Brace yourself for the real White Sands. Don't be afraid. The desert approves of you. There. I have completed your request. Escape? I suppose for you, the word escape is indeed fitting. Let me think. There should be a shelter around here. Ah, yes. This way. I had wanted to take you to the shelter to sort things out, but now... the shelter is in an even stickier situation than us. You've suffered from the sandworms before, yet you still have the courage to face them again. You've got guts. But right now, there are only two of us. It's a bit hard to deal with frenzied sandworms while also trying to protect the shelter at the same time. The best solution in this situation is to lure them away from the shelter without any direct conflict. I have a way to lure them away, but they need to calm down first. It looks like they'll be in a frenzied state for quite some time.
You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close.
You forced me to do this! Full system locked on. Clear area.
You've gotten too close.
Does it hurt? You forced me to do this! Stop!
Good job. Worthy of admiration. It's a special spice that the sandworms love. Little one, White Sands and all its creatures have never sought to take anyone's life. The humans are the ones who ignore the pre-existing rules of White Sands and presume to establish their own order. They sacrifice their companions for the sake of power and put all the blame on White Sands so that they can be at peace with themselves. Humans are such hypocrites. See? Like that.
Oh, crap. We have to go back and tell the captain. The plan failed.
Those who drive the sandworms to attack humans are humans themselves. Don't you find it absurd? It's time for us to go to the shelter. My Ferrari needs a good rest and refueling.
Now, what's next?
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
Can we who have superhuman powers and knowledge ever be accepted by human society? No. Humans will see us as heretics and monsters. They want to expel us, imprison us, and destroy us. Because nothing arouses the most primitive fear in the human heart more than the unknown. Little one, we're here. This is the White Sands shelter. Yes, they're afraid. Perhaps if you announce your affiliation with Quinn, they will be welcoming towards you. After all, Quinn's generosity is well known in this area. Too bad you're with me. What does that mean? It means you're affiliated with heresy. Dispelling sandworms, traveling through sandstorms, and returning alive from the tide of ashes. There's no one who wouldn't fear such a monster. I'm glad you're willing to speak out on my behalf. However, did you ever stop to think that perhaps you think this way because you're a monster too? Don't worry. I never care what those people think of me.
Do you see that? The monsters from White Sands really listen to her. The monsters don't kill her. Does that mean she's a monster too?
Watch your mouth. People are listening. Judging from your attire, you must be from this city. You're the first and only person I've ever met who speaks to the great stargazer. Are you not afraid of her? She's often accompanied by the monsters from White Sands and can even control those monsters. And her eyes are so strange. Some say that when you look into her eyes, she will bewitch and control you. Oh, and that crystal ball she always carries around, even though her prophecies are never good. Foreseeing the future is not something anyone can do. Many say that she turns those who approach her into the monsters in White Sands.
Huh. So she's on the side of the monsters. She's the one who brought the Tide of Ashes.
Watch your mouth. Don't poke trouble with your careless words. Dear citizen, take my advice. Don't get too close to the Stargazer, or else you might also turn into a soulless monster.
You're back? Heard what you wanted to hear. That's right. Dreams are the projection of reality. You are indeed special and beloved by White Sands. Though you are beloved by White Sands, will you choose it in return? Will you leave the human world? Little one, are you trying to protect me? There is no need to be afraid of them at all. We will be fine. Because your companions shall come save you.
Hey! And me! Chief! Don't just stand there! Get ready to beat the crap out of these desert bandits with me!
Measly corruptors! Come at me!
I'm here.
I'm ready anytime!
You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close.
You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close. You've gotten too close.
Full system locked on. Stop!
I am the Legion.
You forced me to do this! You forced me to do this! Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Chief, it's time for us to get on board.
Chief, this doesn't sound like the title of a Quinn businessman. Let me guess. You're with the Dis City authorities. No matter who you are, I have already finished your request. Get on board. It's time to part ways. I have already completed your request. Lead the way, Chief.
All thanks to Invincible Me. Don't worry, I've got you covered.
New personnel data entry in progress. Facial recognition for Stargazer successful. Welcome aboard the V710.
You mean, not only did she go inside the Tide of Ashes all by herself, she also got you out too? That's incredible. It's almost impossible to tell where you're going inside the Tide of Ashes. How did you do it? Oh yeah, did you see an Apostle of Ashes? If you saw one, can you tell me about
You ask so many questions. Where shall I start?
Huh?
Look at how bashful Kawa-Kawa has become. He's even at a loss for words.
I'm not.
Your name is Kawa-Kawa, right? It's true that it's impossible to pinpoint directions in the Tide of Ashes. However, there are countless air currents, and one can leave by simply following the direction of the currents.
There's a lot of turbulence in the Tide of Ashes. Even if you follow the currents, there's a high chance of getting caught in the turbulence. Once caught in the turbulence, it is theoretically impossible to get out alive.
Yes, this relies on the experience of the pilot. However, there is another foolproof way, and that is to use an ash crystal. It can drive away sandworms and pierce through ashes, for it is a creation born from the Tide of Ashes and the infallible treasure of the desert bandits.
I understand now. No wonder the people of this city tell me they cannot explore other routes, because this city's ash crystal died.
Once an ash crystal dies, it becomes useless. You cannot use it to deal with the desert bandits. Unless you find a way to reactivate it.
I cannot believe what I just heard. You want to give the ash crystal to some unknown woman? I will never allow this under my watch. At first, I turned a blind eye to the fact that you invited someone who is not part of the mission to participate without permission. Now it seems that the Outland Affairs Bureau will have to reassess the security clearance of this individual. B710, I order you to immediately
Warning! Warning! The V710 is under attack by an unidentified source. Temporary defense mode has been activated. Hypercube force field is in effect.
What's happening?
The desert bandits haven't given up. They seem to have used the ash crystal to command the sandworms to attack the shelter again.
You forced me to do this! Does it hurt? Stop! Full system locked on. Clear area.
You forced me to do this!
I am the Legion.
You forced me to do this! You forced me to do this! Stop!
Does it hurt?
Stop! You forced me to do this!
Full system locked on. Clear area.
Stop!
Damn it! We defeat.
With your level of power, it is impossible to defeat the sandworms, let alone ones controlled by an ash crystal. The only way to tame them is to go along with their nature.
Easy for you to say. What do we do now?
The battle back there tired out the sandworms. Now, they need to soothe their spirits.
The sandworms stopped attacking.
Wow, it really worked!
Chief is right. The Stargazer is really good at dealing with crises in White Sands. If the Chief insists, I think it's okay for her to try to reactivate the ash crystal.
It's a dead crystal anyway. We can't possibly damage it further, so why not give it a shot? Instead of letting it rot away in the vault, we should take the gamble. I also support letting the Stargazer try. If that annoying old man starts blabbing again, we'll just cut the comms.
No need to cut the comms. We'll just ignore him.
Chief, to achieve something grand, one must be repeatedly tested. When old crises are resolved, new ones shall come.
Desert bandits who had fled are now back again. So, my underlings failed to finish you off. You want to face me again, hey? You can escape from the Tide of Ashes once, but can you do it a second or third time?
What the heck is that old fart murmuring about? He's not calling the sandworms back again, is he?
It sounds like he wants us to enter the Tide of Ashes again.
Huh? How is that possible? It's not like it's some magic lamp that we go in and out of whenever he wants. Ah!
Now, what's next?